We've been invited here today to share in this beautiful day for Jen and Dan. It's a very important moment in their lives, their marriage. This is a formal commitment we've all come here to share in. This is their saying, I love you in front of everybody. I had known Jen, and all I heard was this guy who was her best friend, Boston, was coming down. I see this guy. All I know about him is he has his Celtics hat, and he had this really big, awesome beard. And then maybe within 10 to 15 minutes, I turned to Bianca, my sister, and said, these two are going to be married eventually. It's not if they're going to be married, but like, how long is this going to take?
Jen, over the past 8 years, a lot has changed in both of our lives. We met as freshmen at a university neither of us graduated from. We were next door neighbors living in a hotel that doesn't exist anymore, and I even started eating some vegetables. But through all of these changes, one thing has remained constant. We've always found each other. No matter how hard we tried to resist this at first, or how many things in life tried to keep us apart, we always come back to each other. You have always been my island when life has felt like a flood. You've been there for me in all of my lowest moments and celebrated with me in all of my best ones. You are my best friend and my absolute favorite person on this planet, and nothing could stop this day from happening. The first time we kissed, I already knew that I was going to marry you or die trying. I promise to always love you and cherish you and support you in everything that you do. I promise that I will spend the rest of my life doing everything I can to make you happy. I promise to always care for you as deeply as you care for me. I promise to always let you have the last French fry. I promise to take care of you in sickness or in health, including but not limited to broken feet, concussions, dog or cat scratches, dog bites, minor car accidents, or allergic reactions. I promise to share in every single one of your laughs and every single one of your tears for the rest of your life. I promise that no matter where our journey takes us next, I will treasure every moment of it and make sure you know how much I love you every step of the way.
You've been my best friend and biggest supporter for 8 years. You've been my safety blanket, my safe place, and the one I always go to when I need a good laugh, even if 90% of the time you aren't actually funny. You're the only person I trust to roll me around in a wheelchair for 9 hours at Disney and still want to go back to Disney the next day. You've shown me love I didn't know really existed and taught me what it means to have butterflies in my stomach. You're my fairy tale and my happily ever after. I promise to trust you no matter how many U-turns we take in life or when you know where you're going. I promise to always remember you're my best friend and that we're on the same team. I promise to never make you fight your battles alone. I promise to experience all the peaks and valleys with you and always look to our new travels with excitement. I choose you to struggle and succeed with. I choose you again and again at the start and finish of every single day, no matter the season, no matter the year, forever.
Dan, we get married today. How the hell did time go this way? Like way super fast. I'm weirdly not nervous at all. I've never felt more content or that I'm making the right decision. You're seriously so perfect and everything I could ask for in a husband. You're so kind, so comforting, and the only man I know that will wait on me hand and foot with a smile on his face. You always put my happiness first, and I couldn't ask any more of you. All those days at the pool, planning our wedding, and now here we are. We have had our fair share of adventures, peaks, valleys, and everything in between, good or bad. We have always done them together, and I know I can make it through any peak and every valley with you by my side. So let's get this marriage thing going, okay? I love you so much, baby. I can't wait for you to be my husband. Love, your almost wife.
Dan would wake up at 5 a.m. almost every morning, drive her to work, or pick her up from work, and he still worked in the morning. So one day I'm asking him, I was like, man, how do you give up sleep? Like, I love sleep, everyone loves sleep. How do you forsake sleep? Dan tells me probably one of the best things I've ever heard. He's like, I know it's hard, but it means I get to spend a little bit more time with her every day. They truly have become, I guess, a part of each other. You can't have Jen without Dan, you can't have Dan without Jen. You two have really come a long way from that holiday Inn. Dan, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving and healthy marriage?
I do.
Jen, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage?
I do.
Now, by the power vested in me, for this one day only, I have the certificate, by the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Dan, you may kiss your bride. It's my privilege, my honor to give to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Dan Hamilton.
Always remember, it is the love you have for each other and the support of your amazing friends and families here tonight and elsewhere that will take you through and carry you forward in the next chapter of your life.
Many, many happy years. Cheers.
Dan convinced the teacher that English wasn't my first language, and she bought that I was not a native speaker and allowed that to fly. Jen's really sweet, very kind-hearted, and someone that Dan deserves. They deserve each other. Dan is my best friend. I want to wish you the best luck in the future, and I'm really happy for you. Like, I couldn't express it. And to Jen, you're marrying the best guy possible that will do absolutely everything for you. I'm so happy.
Jen is the most kind-hearted, most selfless person I've ever met. We have become more than friends. We're family now. We spent numerous holidays together. Not gonna cry. Okay. She deserves so much happiness in life. We've seen each other laugh. We've seen each other do really stupid things. And it has been the greatest relationship of my life. She's been the biggest blessing to me. We always talk about boys and, hey, are we gonna find that special someone? And in walks this really weird guy who likes birds. And on that day, we all already knew that they were gonna be together for forever.
If you can, let's make some noise for the new Mr. and Mrs. Hamilton.
He wanted to propose to Jen on the Bridge of Italy in Epcot. And we were going to try to walk ahead of her. And Dan decided we were going to have a code word. And when he said this code word, it was going to happen. Squaw! So we're walking through Disney and Dan decides to just randomly yell, squaw! So Jen turns around and is like, what the hell's happening? We didn't really fathom what was going on at all. But it's the greatest day of my life. I cried so much. I thought I was getting engaged because I was so happy for them.
If everybody could raise their glass, I just want to say congratulations, Jen and Dan. I wish you guys nothing but happiness and great memories on your new journey in life as Mr. and Mrs. Hamilton. Cheers.
To many, many years of bird watching. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hamilton.